Hello, DJM FM here, and welcome to episode 5 of Super Spurs. In today's game, we'll be taking on West Ham at home in the league. If you currently look at the league table and where we are in comparison to West Ham, it's a 4th against 5th matchup, so an important game to try and stretch the lead over those guys and really try to break in to the top 4. Now, since we last saw each other in the Capital One game against Chelsea, there's only been 2 matches. So we've played against Aston Villa, where we recovered really well from the 2 losses previous to that in a 4-0 win against Villa. Played really well. You can see from the right hand side here some of the ratings that our players got were absolutely phenomenal. Everything just seemed to click. In the next game, we played Steaua Bucharest, and we won 2-1 with Zach Clough getting 2 goals on the actual day. It was a lot tougher than I was hoping for, but with the type of players that we had in there and with the youngsters that we did have, it's to be expected. And I think I'm going to be seeing a bit of a pattern with the games that we're playing. That, as I said, I like to change my teams around a lot when it comes to these types of games. Because I've got youngsters in the team, there is no point of them being there if I'm not going to be able to give them a game. The league's the most important thing, so the first team will play those games. But in the Europa Leagues, the League Cups, etc., I really want to give our youngsters a go. And if you have a look at somebody like Harry Winks, for example, if we just click on his profile, you see that his stats are progressing quite nicely over this. And, for example, also somebody like Andrea Dazelle, whose stats are coming on quite nicely as well. And he's improving as every game goes on. But yeah, as I said, the players get rotated around quite a lot. You'll see again, Zach Clough, he's improving every single game. I like to have my youngsters who maybe don't get the first team games in and around the first team as well. It's something that I think on Football Manager, if you've got them in your first team and they're training with the better players, their stats will increase. You can make them available for under 21 and under 18 games as much as you want, but also they've got to be training with the first team. But as I said, in today's game we're now going to be taking on West Ham, so let's get straight into the game and see how we can do against them. Obviously, with this match, it is a London derby, so for the fans, it'll be nice to get one over on West Ham. And as I said, it's really a case of now stretching that lead between 4th and 5th place, which is really sort of vitally important. So in terms of the lineups for today, you'll see that with us we have got Lloris in goal. It's a standard back 4 now of Danny Rose, Vertonghen, Alderweireld and Trippier, Dyer and Ali in the midfield, Lamela, Mason, Song and Kane up front. We're getting a pretty set team now in terms of this. Christian Eriksen is on the bench, and I want to get him back into the game as much as I possibly can. He had a few minutes the other night against Steaua, and I'll play him again at some point today. So we're in the West Ham team. We've got Adrian in goal, Aaron Cresswell, Ogbonna, Reed, Jenkinson, Moses, Song, Noble, Payet, Lanzini just playing off behind Saka. So quite rigid, sort of, well, not rigid 4, but a 4 across the midfield. So Dele Alli may get a bit overrun in there, but we'll see how the game sort of progresses. They've got a couple of options upon the bench, but as do we. So, yeah, as I said, the game's now kicked off. Come on, boys. Really want to win this game. Just because it's a London derby and the importance of it in terms of how early are we on in the season to try and, as I said, the aim was a top 4 with a trophy. So, this is a perfect game for us to try and push on and really get that result. So, 13 minutes in, nothing's really happened. We've had 1 shot on target against West Ham's 0 attempts. We're kind of dominating in terms of possession, although that's now starting to even itself out. My assistant manager is saying we need to try more long balls, but sorry, mate, it's not how I play. So again, half an hour into the game, nothing is happening. First highlight of the match, hallelujah. It'll probably go their way now. And it will. So Pyatt's on the ball here. Puts it across. Vertonghen clears. What can we do here? So Lanzini picks it up. And they're passing around quite nicely. And Sacco's just hit the post. We're incredibly lucky there that we're not 1-0 down. And the second highlight is again starting from their goal kick. Where they've managed to just kind of pass it out quite easily. That's something I'm going to have to address at half time. But here we go. Ryan Mason to Harry Kane. But Winston Reid picks up the ball. Song's now got it. Can we get an attack on? Jenkinson clears. Let's just try and calm it down a little bit. Song out to Trippier. What can he do on the right hand side? Puts a good ball in. Song to Lamela and it's a goal. 1-0. 1-0. Good work goal. Well worked goal. Nice movement on the right by Trippier. He's been doing really well this season. I'm impressed with him. His movement down that side and his ability to get forward and get across it is absolutely fantastic. I mean, you'll be able to see here from the 3D highlight. Good ball across. Song picks up the rebound, passes over to Lamela. His marker's nowhere to be seen, which is Jenkinson, the Arsenal man. And it's 1-0 to Tottenham. So really impressed. So we're possibly going into half-time 1-0 up. And considering how not really an awful lot's happened in this game, I'm pretty impressed with that. But Creswell clears it up to Sacco now. Can West Ham get a goal back, or can we hopefully defend? Lanzini, Danny Rose intercepts and gives the ball away straight away. He's coming off at half-time. I've had enough. He's not having a good game. I've had enough. There's been so many games in this season where he's just not played well, and I don't know why I continue to stick with him when I've got somebody like Ben Davies who can just quite easily just come and slot in and play even better than Danny Rose. But yeah, I've got to keep him because he's English. You know, if he's English, if I sell him, it defeats the whole point of what we're trying to do. We're building an English team, so. We're meant to be signing those types of players. So for me to go around and sell them is just completely pointless. But I'm going to say that I'm pleased with that. Keep it going. I'm going to change it up to control football, and I'm going to tell them to retain possession. Just keep it. It's not hard. So who have we got on the bench? We've got Galloway. He's coming straight on for Rose. He goes into left back position. What can Galloway do? What can we do in the second half? Next goal's massive. We have to get it. If we do, I think the game's over. If West Ham get it, from a neutral point, we've got a game on. But nothing's going to happen from this highlight. Nothing ever does. Oh, there we go. So one thing I'm just going to ask you in terms of... just a question to you guys. Who are you managing at the moment, and who is your standout player? I want to start, as I said, interacting with some audience for Football Manager. So I just want to know, who are you managing at the moment, and who is your best player? Because I mean, at the moment, other than the Tottenham level, I've got at least 3 or 4 other games going on. Winston Reach has gone close. I tend to get not bored, but I want a new challenge after 3 or 4 seasons of being the same team. So, who are you managing at the moment? How many seasons are you into? Who's your best player? Let me know in the comment section below. Just so, yeah, as I said, I can start seeing who everyone is playing with. I'm going to pause it at this point. I'm going to take Dele Alli off and bring on Bentaleb. If the game's going to let me. Dele Alli is going to come off. Bentaleb, deep line playmaker role. Just brings us a little bit more energy into the middle of the park. And 67 minutes and still 1-0. So still a bit nervy. And again, West Ham from a goal kick. I mean, I've got my guy. you know, I've got my guys saying to prevent the short goal kicks, close them down. So I can't do any more than what I'm telling them to do, you know. But West Ham have just gone close again there. They're really the ones that if you think are going to get a goal, it's West Ham. They're the ones that are likely to nick something in this game. So 15 minutes left. Let's go up to standard and try and stop them having any more shots on target, or just any more shots in general. So at 80 minutes in, do I make a sub? Yes, I'm going to bring Ryan Mason. No, going to take Song off, put Townsend on, a little bit more energy up and down the flanks. I'm going to keep Ryan Mason on. Sorry, Ericsson, I know I said I was going to bring you on, but this isn't really the type of game where I need someone attacking. I need someone on the wing who's going to stop them from playing their football as well. So Coyote's just got a yellow card, and at that point we're going to switch up to counter. And just slow the game down. Come on, boys. 2 minutes of injury time to be added on. Can we hold on? I've got a feeling we're going to. Vertonghen plays it back out to Townsend. His ball's in, cleared by Reed. Yes! 1-0 against West Ham. Great result. Not the best game of football in the world, but what that now means is if you look at the league table, in terms of a position between 5th and 4th, it's now 7 points of a gap. We're now 8 points clear. I know it's still early on, but the top 4 are really shaping this at the moment. The likes of Manchester United down here in 9th, Arsenal in 6th. You know, there's quite a few teams who are not performing well, and we're just taking advantage of that. So if we can keep ticking over with these wins, that's absolutely perfect. So yeah, good win, good solid win. The next game I'm going to be playing and showing you guys will be in the Europa League against Tripolis. The reason why I'm showing that game, you may be wondering why is he doing that, is because I want to show you a live comm of the youngsters that are playing, the people who are not getting in the first team on a regular basis, people like Zach Clough and Harry Winks and Ben Garrett in goal, just so you can see how they're getting on. So we'll play quite a few games in the meantime. I was going to do the Chelsea game, but I've already shown a match against them this season, so I don't want to show that again. So yeah, as I said, next game will be in the Europa League against Tripolis. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel, as everyone is new in terms of DJM FM. And until next time, adios.